So we are, all right, so we are back with another freaking meditation, and this one's gonna be a quick one because we only have, about 23 minutes left in this lunch. So that being said, we have started the 21-minute timer. If you want to meditate with me, then check the description below, and it will be in there. Just plug it into ChatGPT with your individual responses. The more detailed, the better the personalized transcendental meditation mantra will be. So let's freaking rock and roll. We got 20 minutes and 28 seconds. we gotta get back to it, but I'll talk to y'all when we're in the car. All right, so there we go. What is freaking poppin', my friends? We are back with a rather extreme pump of a shoulder day. This is gonna be one for the books. I can already feel it, because the thing about what I've been doing for the past week is, we're at a pretty extreme caloric deficit, even though it's a bulk. This is mainly just to balance out my physique. I kind of got I put some fluff on over the winter break, and that's totally fine. Just spending time with family and whole lot of meals. Tried to stay as close to plan as possible, but even then we had quite a few nights out to eat, so it got to be just a little more calories than what I actually needed. But anyways, this is all good. We are back on track, and this is gonna be a freaking good day, because for this past week I've been super flat. I'm talking, I wake up in the morning, have one meal, and then go to work, and then 5 hours later I have my second meal as my pre-workout meal, and then I hit my workout. Now for today, we're having a refeed meal tonight. So had our meal this morning, as always, and then about it was more like 3.5, 4 hours later, we had our second meal, and then my work schedule got changed just a little bit. So we actually we had another meal before, and since we had another meal pretty much like 30 minutes ago, this is gonna be a freaking, I'm guessing like a freaky pump. This is gonna be one for the books, to say the least. I mean, just a lot of carbs I'm working with right now. Because this morning I had a cup of oatmeal, and then after that I had sweet potato in my second meal, and then after that I had white rice. And the cool thing about sweet potato is half of it you use for energy in the moment, and then half of it gets stored in the liver, and then you actually use it later. So right now I'm kind of rocking with a little bit of sweet potato, whole lot of white rice. We're just feeling freaking good. We also had half a cup of fruit at my meal 2 and my meal 3. And so I'm working with 2 bananas, 3 meals, and man, I had quite a bit of caffeine before this as well. But yeah, this is gonna be a freaky shoulder pump. I have no idea what to expect, as usual. I haven't even checked the program, but all I'm gonna say is we are here to conquer. Like, I'm talking, for me, if I feel like I can push more, I'm probably gonna be pushing more. We're probably gonna be going quite a bit heavier, because last shoulder day, I was kind of recovering from a rotator cuff strain that I got on 2 leg days ago. And so today we're feeling, about like 95 to 100% back as far as my shoulder goes. There's a tiny bit of a twinging of pain, but nothing we can't manage. So I'm gonna push it with the weight just a little bit today. Obviously, safety first, so we'll see how all that goes. But anyways, that's gonna be freaking sweet. I am looking forward to this shoulder day. And also, we're going to the gym that is extremely close to us. So we're already freaking here, and it's only been a 5-minute drive. So anyways, I will see y'all in there for good old-fashioned boulder day. All right, so we are freaking outside on the turf at this gym, and it's been a great shoulder day. We've basically just been doing face pulls, side raises, and then a little bit of shrugs. So I've been kind of like changing it up with the type of shrug I do. I do a little more like a Yates row with the shrug now, just because I know you know, I need to work on a little bit lower of my upper traps. So kind of like mid back range, but more towards the upper back. So that's kind of like pretty much what I've been up to lately. But as far as all this has been going, we're just doing shrugs and side raises now. We finished up face pulls, so let's just let's go freaking nuts. Oh yeah. All right, let's just move right into superset, or move right into side raises. Woo. Like I've said in a few other videos, I do these a little differently, just because I kind of lean over, activate my supraspinatus, which is basically just flaring my lats, and then you have your supraspinatus already pre-activated, and then once you get to that point, then you can just go ham on the medial delts. So this has been a lot of fun, but we're gonna go pretty freaking light on this and just squeeze it. Yeah. I think we only have front raises and presses now. All right, so check this on. This is on. So extremely successful shoulder pump. We actually hit a PR. We did, I think it was, yeah, hundreds for 7 reps on seated dumbbell press. So that was pretty freaking cool. I think I've only done like maybe 3 or 4 in the past. So that just blew it out of the water. I was not expecting to get that much, and that was after 4 sets of progressively going heavier. So I think those extra carbs are definitely doing their job. But anyways, we just weighed in at about 217. So man, I've had a jacket on this whole time. I am definitely interested to see how it all looks. All right, definitely feeling fuller. I don't really know where to clip this mic. It's kind of chest hair, maybe? No, my chest hairs aren't that long and that would hurt. But yeah, definitely feeling fuller. And it's weird because, you know, you definitely do this for stage. Like anytime you get on stage, you gotta carb up to make sure that you're super full. And it's weird because the fuller you look, if you're at a certain body fat percentage, the tighter you're gonna look too, just because everything's full, but you're also still at that super low body fat range. So I'm hoping to strike, you know, get that at least maybe slightly right now, since I've been super low carb going into these workouts this whole week, and now I'm a little higher carb. But anyways, let's check the posing, see how that's doing. All right, and that wraps it up for a very successful shoulder day. And I did hit hundreds for 7, but if a tree falls in the forest. Anyways, y'all, we will be back probably on Monday. We might do like a meditation recovery video tomorrow, but we still have a lot of stuff to move. So we'll see, if that'll happen. But anyways, that is a freaking wrap. We will definitely see you on Monday for a good old-fashioned Dorito back session. That's, at least is what I'm going for.